There's the Iron Trader, and this is Midday Trading. So we're going to take a look here at crude oil, natural gas, and today we're going to take a look here at the Russel 2000, RUT. All right, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have crude oil, your 1 minute and your 5 minute chart. Now you can see here, you had a pretty good run up. Now she sold right on down here. We'll look at the daily and the weekly after this. But UCO has been a really good trade here today. I scalped it 3 times already. It got as low as 33.13 and as high as 33.63 here. So been really, really good scalping here. Now you can see here, okay, so this is where we have crude oil. Let me just big this up here a little bit here, easier to see. Okay, so when we get this drop down, you get below this 8 simple moving average here. So you never buy that candle there. You always wait for the retest, and there it is with a nice higher low, okay? So that candle there got as low as 81.47, and then we have this retest here at 81.48, just a little bit. And then you just take this right on up here. Now, I didn't wait for that one. I got out on this candle right here because see what how that topping tail is. Now it ran up a little bit, but big deal. But it came down now. You'll notice that it made a higher low here. So now what you'd really do is you don't really trade against that candle there. You trade against what we have the low here. So nice higher low, and then we just rally up. And then again, when you see that topping tail candle, I'm out of it, okay? And then we just wait until we get back. Now, we had another bottoming candle, which is a higher low, and then we had a red candle. Again, I don't buy it there. I wait till it turns green, and then I ran it up here nicely, and I got out right there. So now we got to see how this is all going to shake out here. So just remember, when you see these series of higher lows, that's your friend, okay? Just like here, we had that low, and then we had a higher low here. So you just wait for that candle to turn green, then we can just rally it right on up here. But when you start seeing these candles like here, just get out. It doesn't make any difference. Though it runs up, it'll always come down to you. There's always an opportunity, okay? So here on your 5 minute chart here, a little bit more, let's just say calmer. I don't know if that's a word or not. But see right here, okay? See where you had that nice green candle and you run it up here, the green candle run it up here, the green candle and you run it up here. But when you see the topping tails, then just get out. So right now I'm flat. I'm going to see how this is all going to shake out. Okay, let's take a look here on a daily and a weekly. Okay, here we have the Okruski on a daily and a weekly. Okay, here's your daily. Now, again, I've watched my video this morning here or even last night. Nothing's really changed. You've got the ping pong action going on right here, okay? Right here, okay, so you got 81.55. That's the key on the bottom. And right there, 82.55. So I'm just trading this range until she breaks one or the other, okay? So real easy here, okay? 82.55, that is going to be your key resistant level. If it goes above that, then we can just look right here to your 83.13. We can look here, 83.32, and then we'll look to the top of that candle, 83.74, and just work yourself all the way up, 83.93, 84.38, and that's what you're looking for, 84.52. So realistically, big picture, 82.55. You close above that, you got a good shot at that 84.52. Okay? Downside, we're looking right here, 81.55. Now again, if that's lost, then we can come right here to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 81.25. We look here at 80.81. But this is what you're looking for, is that 80.58. Very, very key. If that's lost here, right here is the 50-day. That's your next downside target. And then right here, 79.11. That is your other downside target here again. But these are your targets if that 21-day and that 100-day are lost, then we can come down here. Obviously, if this is lost, then we're going to come down here to 77.58, which is actually the bottom of that candle here, because this here was where we had the breakout, so that would be hold up pretty nicely. And then again, we can always follow the candles, but just bring that price channel right across. There's your next big target. Is going to be 75.23, and then we can come all the way here. You got 74.06. We have 72.82, and then all the way to the bottom here at 72.48. I don't think it's going to drop off all the way down there for the simple reason this year we got that seasonality that's in play. So this is actually looking very good. So there was your left shoulder, there was your head, there was your right shoulder. So your inverse head and shoulders pattern played out really good until we got this double top situation. So always look to the past. See this? Double top. See, always when you see that, then she knows she's going to be coming down. That's what we have. So we have a nice spike here on Friday. But you notice it couldn't hold that 8 SMA, and now look at that 8 SMA here. See how she's rolling over? If that comes over that 21-day, you'll push that price right on down here. But again, right now, we're just right there, pinball action, right between the two. So trade that range till she breaks out either up or she's going to break right on down. Okay, here on your weekly chart, well, we got all the way till Friday here to worry about this. But right now, we're holding here. This is going to be your key levels here. that 70, and then we have your 80. What is it? 80.05. That's your 50 day, and then we have your 80.08, which is right there, your 8 simple moving average. Then right below that, we have your 100-day at 79.26. So everything is jammed up right here. Okay. So off this bottoming tail, we had a really nice good run up. And then last week, you noticed that it was a lower low and a lower high. That's never good. And so far this week here, but of course, it's only Monday, we have an inside week here, okay? So right now here, this is still looking very, very good. The key is it going to break above that 8-day, or is it going to go below that 21-day? Now here on a closing basis, that is going to be very, very key. Okay, let's take a look here at natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas on hourly and the 4-hour chart. And you can see this is just total nothing burger. I mean, this is just going right down. Now, I scalped KOLD today. Really like good trade. I scalped it in pre-market, and I already got 2.5 points out of, actually 2 3/4 points out of KOLD there. Okay, so that's working out really, really nice. I just don't see anything here right now. Okay, so I always point out these 8 SMAs here, and if you can't get, if it does rally up, then you got to watch that 21-day, but you notice that I couldn't even get to that 50 SMA, and now she's just right on the downslide here, okay? So there just really isn't anything here that I would say that is positive, because when you look at this whole situation, what you really had here is you had your head, your left shoulder, your right shoulder, and this is just playing right on out here. And once she gets below that 8 and that 21-day, say goodnight, Irene, because that's where she's going all the way on down. So when you look at your hourly chart, it's the same thing all the way till we had that nice peak here, and then she come right on down. Now, what we're looking for here is some kind of a bottoming candle situation, but right now we just have a series of lower lows, okay, and that's really never good. So what you need is a bottoming candle, and then she could rip right back up. But right now, there's absolutely nothing there. Okay, let's take a look here on a daily and a weekly. Okay, here's natty gas, your daily and your weekly. Now, I pointed out here that you needed to hold that 2.24. That 2.26 level was holding pretty good for a while. And then that 2.24, and I said next level, because all we do is you look right to the left of the chart here. Okay, just follow that across. And then what do we have here? That's at 2.24. Okay, and where did it go there today? You went down to 2.21. So then we look right to the next level. What do we have here? 2.21. And that's what you're sitting at. That's the low of today is 2.21. So just look to the left of the chart. All your support levels are right there. Okay, so now you got 2 key levels here on the downside. Very, very key. Okay, first one is going to be right here, 2.195. This is that 21-day on a weekly. Okay, that's going to be very, very crucial by Friday. If it can't hold that, then she's going to go much lower. Okay, then we have this level right here, which is basically 2.17. Okay, so that's going to be very, very critical also. So again, if that's all lost here, you can follow these candles all the way down here. Okay, so you have 2.15 after that. We have, what do we got here? You have 2.14. We could come to the top of this candle here. You got 2.09. Then we can just follow it all the way down. But realistically, this is what you're going to be looking for right here, 1.90. That is going to be the bottom. Look how nice that see that one sideways action, and that's where she ripped up off of that. And this was that contract roll situation. So you had 1.90, but again, if that's lost, that's your gap, and then right here is your fill at 1.67. So always watch those gaps and fills. Not today, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. You know what I'm saying? That's how you always look at it. Just like we had this gap, this is another contract roll here, rallied up here, but took a couple weeks before it got all the way down. Now this is taking a long time. Whether it gets down there or not, well, we just don't know. But here you can see here really clearly, there's your head, there's your left shoulder, there's your right shoulder, and she's just selling right on off here. So 2 key levels to watch on the downside is right here, 2.195, and then right here, this Hondo at 2.17. And then we can, if that's lost, then I'll tell you exactly where we're going to be going here, okay? Now, upside, everything is this 8 SMA here. Look at this, see? This is one badass marker right here, this 8 SMA. Look at there, it just can't get through. Look at there, all the way through. Again, if you can get above that, we can follow the candlesticks right back up here again. So you got that 2.35 here, you got 2.38, you got 2.44, but realistically 2.45, your 200-day, that is going to be the ticket. Above that, you got 2.57 on your 50-day and your 21-day. But right now, I don't see none of that happening until you close above that 8 SMA. Close above. Not this kind of a nonsense here where you pop up and come down, or like here. That doesn't mean anything. It's the closing above. Okay, you pop up. That's good for trading because it's never going to pop right all the way through there. The 8 and the 21-day unless you have a huge catalyst, but that's good for trading. But right now, it just looks lower. Right now I have no position. Okay, I scalped 2 3/4 points off a KOLD, and I'm just going to see how that's all going to shake out here today. So that was a really good trade, and boom, I'm done with it. Let's just see how it all shakes out. I don't want to hold natural gas because anything could come around. It's going to rip higher or it could rip lower, but we're starting to get kind of oversold here. Conditions. Look at your RSI. You're getting towards that bottom. It can definitely go lower. Your green is over your red, but this can go a little bit lower all the way down here like this. So let's just see. So today, watch here, 2.19. Watch that 100-day, okay, at 2.17. That's your key downside levels. Upside, right there is your 8-day, 2.32. Scalp it until she breaks one way or the other. Looks like I think she's going to break down. Okay, let's take a look here at the old Russell. Okay, here we have the old Russell, okay? Now, here's a daily chart. Now, you can see here what a beautiful run that it's had all the way on up here, okay? Sideways action, and now look at that. She's breaking right on out here, okay? So what I want to show you here on this one, then we're going to look at the weekly, and I'll show you where she can go, okay? So you made it 21.96, awesome. So what you want to do on the downside now, since we're outside of these price channels here, okay? So then obviously you want to watch the bottom of today's candle, okay? That's basically 21.60, okay? And then we want to watch the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 21.39, and then we look at the top of this candle here. You're looking at 21.28. So there's a gap right here, okay? So always watch that, 21.39, there's your gap. And then watch the top of that candle, 21.28. There's your fill, and then look to the bottom of this candle here, okay? So you got 2,081, and then we looked at the top of this candle here at 2,051. So you got a gap and a fill, a gap and a fill, okay? So always watch that. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually those gaps like that get filled. See this? Gap, fill, gap, fill. Now, 8-day curling up very, very nicely here. The 21-day, your 50-day, everything looks there looking very, very bullish here. But right here, look at this RSI here. You're getting to nosebleed area here. So just be a little cautious with the old RUT, okay? Now, MACD still has room to run. Don't get me wrong, and you can still run this higher. But, just have that cautionary situation going. That if it does sell off here, just watch the bottom of that candle there, that 21.39, and then the top here, 21.28. That's your first gap in your fill. And then we have that 8-day, but then watch this gap here. Very, very critical. 2,081 here, and then we have that fill at 2,051 here. So just keep that on your back burner, that when it does sell, and it will sell, that's where she's going to be going. Okay, let's take a look here on a weekly. Okay, here we have the weekly chart. So this is always awesome here. I can show you exactly where it's going to go. Okay, see, now you can see here how you really held this bottom here with that nice series of higher lows. Okay, now it came down and retested it, the whole situation here. But you notice that it did hold this candle there, and now she's just right here on the old upside. Okay, so here's what we can do. Okay, so what do we have here for high? You got 21.96 and change. Okay, so I'm just giving you the first four number, 21.96. Okay, so what you do is just bring that right over here to the left. Okay, so what do we have there? Okay, so you have 22.10. That's going to be next. Then what we do is we're going to bring this price channel here right across. That's going to be key. You got 22.88. This has a lot of room to run here. Okay, and then what you want to do is you always want to look to the left here. So you got 23.64 level here, and then we can follow the candles going on up here. Okay, 23.69. You got 24.21, and then there's your big retest up here at 24.58. Always watch here because that can become very, very major resistance level, because what you had is the run on up here, and then what it is, and that was your breakout from that point there, okay? But right now, we just bring the price channels right across. Your next target is going to come right over here, so just watch right there, 22.88. That is going to be your next big upside target if she runs. Now, RSI here, so you got plenty of room to run here to the upside. This here looking very, very good. The Russell could really take off here, and you could get some good momentum here, and there's your big breakout here at 24.58. But just look to the left of the chart. That's why I'll use these price channels, these are the blue lines, because as it falls down, it leaves that mark on the other side. So when it does run back up here, now you know where these resistant levels are, okay? Just like I show you on crude all the time, that's exactly where it is. But always look to the left here, because that's always very critical, and then you have your big retest. Okay, little crudy, little natty, and a little RUT. I'll be back here after the old pit close and we'll go a little bit more in depth and see what's going on with crude oil and natural gas. Thanks for watching.